This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
We've got a special treat today. We have a baseball legend, 1969 World Series champion with the New York Mets, Art Shamsky, with us today. Art, thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to join us.
Derek, thank you so much. It's great to be with you.
Hey, most of us, if we've not lived under a rock, have heard, of course, of the 69 Mets. You're also the author of the new book, After the Miracle, The Lasting Brotherhood of the 69 Mets. On the cover, I'm holding it in my hand here. Great book. Impossible 50 years ago and still unforgettable half a century later. That's what Bob Costas said. You and I had a chance to meet a few weeks ago, our mutual friend MJ Padone, and you were just sharing a few highlights, and I had goosebumps. And I said, I need to talk to you. And the timing is amazing. It's the 50th year anniversary. And I would like to hear from you. Talk to me a little bit about what we talked about for a few minutes, a tumultuous time in our country, kind of paint the picture of what was happening in our nation. And that is a big moment for me. I wasn't there at the time. And I can only imagine you paint a vivid picture of that in both of your books.
Well, I think one of the reasons that team, the 69 Mets, resonates 50 years later is because of what was going on in the country and in the city of New York and the world at the time. The war in Vietnam was just tearing this country up. There was so many problems sort of all sorts of protests and just unrest in the country, and we made people feel better about their lives for a brief period of time. It was an unbelievable year in terms of sports in New York City. The Jets won the Super Bowl in January. We won the World Series in October, and the Knicks in May of '70 won the NBA championships, and all for the first time. And that's what people remember, and particularly the Mets, because we came from nowhere. We were known as the lovable losers in the early years. Although I wasn't there, Derek, I can't take the blame for those early years.
That's
the first
good.
year the Mets were in existence in 1962, the record was 40 wins and 120 losses. It's hard to imagine losing 120 games in a year if you try to lose those games. But we were known as the lovable losers. And when I got over there in '68, Gil Hodges came over too as our manager, and that really was the turning point. Although that year we finished ninth, a half game out of last place, and we still weren't a very good team. And in '69, the Major League went into division play, and we were in the Eastern Division of the National League, and nobody then even thought we would do anything. But it turned out all of a sudden it all came together in August of that year. But it's true that era, that period of time was so turbulent that, again, people remember and have passed on